Hey everyone, this is Rachel. Thanks for clicking on my video. Just wanted to come in today and talk about my traffic court experience today. And this is like the fourth time I have tried to record this and my computer is acting crazy. Please let it be right. The last time the voiceover wasn't syncing with my mouth. I guess I could have left it, but it was distracting to me. So I'm going to try this again. So I'm going to keep moving my mouse so my computer screen doesn't time out. But here's what happened. So y'all know I did a video about me being pulled over. So let me start by saying I was pulled over twice. The reason why they're pulling me over, I'm in the suburbs and I had a frame, a calves frame around my license plate. I didn't commit any crime. I didn't run any red light, nothing. That's why they're pulling me over. The first cop that pulled me over, he said he checked. I had a random compliance, but he also sees that I have insurance. He told me to come to the court. I went Monday, showed them my insurance. They threw it out. They said I had to pay court costs. Fair, because they're right. I did not have insurance. What happened is I had my surgery April 8th. I paid my Progressive insurance online and I actually forgot to pay it. All of April, I was fucked up, y'all. I wasn't thinking about nothing. They done cut my goddamn throat. I wasn't thinking about insurance. By the time May came around, I guess I still, because I hadn't paid it in April, I forgot about it again in May. So they told me that Progressive canceled my insurance May 30th. The only reason why I knew my insurance was canceled or that I had the random compliance is because when I got pulled over, they told me. That's the first officer. So I went to that one Monday. Everything worked out fine. I didn't even go into the courtroom. They have a prosecutor outside the courtroom. He told me, come into this room. We sat down. He checked. He was like, you got everything. Just pay court costs. You're done. Little $65. Okay. So today, I told y'all last week, my family had this big thing for my grandmother, 91 years old. I went to Bowling Green to get my daughter. She wanted to go back the next day, so I drive her back to Bowling Green. My daughter lives right off the freeway. Literally, when you get off the freeway, you make a right and you go down the first street and my daughter's townhome community is there. When I took her there, I did not even get out the car. I was so worn out. I said, look, I love you. Get the hell out. I need to turn around and go back home. So I left her apartment. She's about 2 minutes from the highway. I go to get I'm going down the ramp, see sirens in the back, pull over. I get a ticket for, again, this calves thing that I got on my car. I've since taken it off. I've learned my lesson. So today I go to court down in Bowling Green. Now Bowling Green, Ohio, where my daughter goes to college, is a little bitty college town. Little bitty. Okay, so I go. Now let me just tell y'all, it was some bullshit. Let me tell you the cases that I heard, and I hope my computer, if this computer, I'm going to throw it out the window. I told y'all I was having computer problems. I got some malware, some bullshit. I ain't got no money to buy none right now. My daughter trying to, pay her tuition for this year, and I need the help. So we just going to work with what I got. So I go to court. The first case was this Mexican guy. He got pulled over because his tail light was out, and when they pulled him over, he did not have license. Now, first of all, I didn't like how the judge was talking to the Mexican guy. He kept on saying, you don't understand, just being a little disrespectful if you ask me. I have been to another country. I have been on the other end. When you don't understand, it's not that you're stupid, you just don't speak the language. If you ever go outside the United States, you will know what these Mexicans feels like. So I felt kind of funny about the way the judge was speaking to him. Luckily for the Mexican guy, there was another Spanish speaking guy that just happened to be in the courtroom. He offered to translate. So the part that the Mexican guy didn't understand is when the judge said, the guilty, not guilty, or no contest, because he wanted to plead guilty. He wanted to show them that not only had he got his license, but he had insurance and he had a receipt for fixing the tail light. So the guy had translated all that. When the judge got finished, the Mexican guy had to pay $535. No license, no insurance, and busted tail light, or his tail light was out. Now they were gonna tow his car, but the only reason why they didn't tow it is because his wife was in the car and she had license, so they didn't tow the car. The next person up was this young white guy who had been riding a motorcycle. Now let me just tell you, he had no license, no insurance, no permit to operate the motorcycle, and his motherfucking tags expired back in March the 10th. The reason why I remember that day is because that was my birthday. His tag on his motorcycle expired back in March. Do you know that not only did they only charge him $100 for all of that and then court costs, so his total was $190. That on the day when they pulled him over, they did not tow his motherfucking motorcycle. He rolled off with some goddamn tags that expired back in March. What the fuck? And the Mexican guy, all he had was no license and his tail light was out. They charged him $535. So the judge asked the guy that got pulled over on the motorcycle. He said, well, you got this ticket a little while ago. You've had time to get your license. I wanted to know, why didn't you get your license and a permit for the motorcycle? This motherfucker told him he ain't had time. He had been working and he ain't have time. He read all this nice stuff. He said, well, the officer said when he pulled you over, you were very, very respectful and all of that. Court costs is you're only going to pay $190. Okay, then the next case up was this black truck driver. So evidently this truck driver had to go through like a weigh station, and I hope I'm getting all this right because I couldn't hear everything. So I did hear this clearly. They said that the truck was only supposed to weigh like 30,000 pounds and his was 30,100 and something. So he got a ticket for that. I don't understand that. That's all I heard. But he also had a ticket for something else. I couldn't hear that part. The judge told him that he needed to get an attorney because his carried, I guess, jail time, and that he needed a continuous and come back when he get an attorney. He asked him how much he made a week. The guy said every 2 weeks. The guy said something like $1,200. He said that he may make too much for the public defender, and he'll work all that out. The next person up was this guy, white guy from Kentucky. Now, y'all know how I said that they needed an interpreter for the Mexican guy? This motherfucker's twang, the one from Kentucky, was so strong that I did not understand the goddamn word he was saying. I needed an interpreter to understand what he was saying. Not only that, he had on this neon yellow t-shirt. The t-shirt was so dirty that it looked like somebody had threw mud on him and it dried up. Like it was all over him. Or it looked like you know how a guy is working on a car and he's on his back? The whole back of his shirt just was like dusty and dirty. They pulled this motherfucker over for drunk driving. Okay, so they pulled him over and he told them he had only had 3 beers. Well, they found a half a bottle or whatever it was that he was drinking. When he blew certain amount over the legal limit. I couldn't hear what the numbers were. And also he had a suspended license. Now the reason why the motherfucker's license was suspended is because he had a previous DUI. What was his amount that he had to pay? Remember, the Mexican guy paid $535. They told the black guy, get the hell out of here because you're going to need a lawyer because you're going to jail. Now, the white boy on the motorcycle only paid $190. Now, here's the drunk hillbilly from Kentucky, filthy in the courtroom. They did not tow his truck when they pulled him over. The judge asked him, was his truck in the impound? He said no. They allowed him to pull into this golf course parking lot and park his car there so his sister could come and get it. Now, I don't understand all of that, but normally if you're drunk, you just done blew a number higher than the legal limit and you being arrested. Don't they tow your shit? If he was black, y'all know they would have told his shit. This motherfucker shit $100 and $90 court costs. And he was to get 10 days in jail. Now, this is the part that tripped me out, and maybe I don't understand it. They told this motherfucker to let them know when it would be convenient for him to do his 10 days in jail. His license was going to be suspended for a year. They asked him, did he have a job? He said yeah. And they were giving him occupational driving privileges, I guess, to go back and forth to work. Then they gonna ask this motherfucker, well, do you have kids? Because if you have children that you take to school or something like that, we can extend the hours. He got 2 fucking DUIs. 190? And you gonna make a reservation to come back and do your 10 days in jail? Then it was my turn. I go up there. Now remember, I just get pulled over because I have that fucking calf frame on my damn license plate. I didn't run a red light. I didn't blow through a stop sign. Excuse me. None of that. It was just the calves thing on my thing. And when they ran it, it's not random compliance, no insurance. So when I go there, when they gave me the ticket, it was July the 18th. My progressive insurance ended May 30th or whatever the last day of May was. And I got the new insurance July 12th with Allstate. So remember, July 12th I got my insurance. They pulled me over on the 18th. So I actually had insurance on the day that they pulled me over. So just like I did in Columbus, I thought I was going to go there, show my insurance. You know, I took the cast frame off. And I don't have that on there anymore. My license is good. I don't have any other tickets. Nothing else. My shit was $210. The drunk paid $190, and then he making a reservation to go to jail, and my shit was $210. And they didn't tow that motherfucker's car. They let the drunk pull over in the fucking golf course, and they didn't tow the little white boy with the motorcycle who had no license, no insurance, no permit for the motorcycle, and his motherfucking sticker expired March the 10th. And the reason why that date is significant to me is because that happens to be my birthday. So you figure April 10th, May 10th, June 10th, and they asked that motherfucker why he didn't get his license, and he was like, because, you know, he was busy and he didn't have time. Every person of color that went up, the judge in this little rinky-dink town, and I hate to be like this, but he got our asses. He got us good. When I even tried to explain, I said, well, sir, I actually had insurance. He cut me off. He was like, did you have insurance on the day that they ran the compliance? And I was like, no, I actually was without insurance for about a month and a half. So he was like, well, what are you trying to explain? And he also asked me, did I want to get an attorney? I was sitting there like, what the fuck? Is this some more charges or something that I don't know about? Man, this shit was ridiculous. I was so mad. And do you know, remember the drunk's license was suspended for a year. Do you know I went outside and I was getting in my car and I saw him because he was right in front of me. You know, I saw him run out and jump in his little white truck and pull off. Now remember, his license was suspended for a year. This is some bullshit. When I tell y'all I was pissed, I was pissed. Now I'm gonna pay they $210, but I sat there and watched two people, one with multiple DUIs, 190 in 10 days that he gonna make a reservation for. The little boy, the young man with the motorcycle, they ain't told his shit, 190. I had a valid license. He did not have a valid license. The one with the motorcycle. And his sticker, my sticker was just covered up, but it's valid. This motherfucker sticker expired March the 10th. Y'all, today I was motherfucking hot. I told y'all this is the north. I don't know why it's so goddamn hot up here. I was hot. I was fucking pissed. Do y'all hear me? I was pissed. And then I'm sitting there like, okay, so even in the courtroom, and they talk about justice is blind. Not when it comes to us. Because today I sat there and it was a black guy that was across from me in the aisle. And every time a person of color would go up there, we'd look at each other. And when he gave me the 210 and I was walking out the courtroom and I looked over at the black guy, he was like, and then like he gave me the, you know, sister, I feel you. Y'all, the drunk, they let him pull his shit. So they let his stack drunk ass get back in and pull over to a fucking golf course so his inbred ass sister could come and get his motherfucking car. Have y'all ever heard of that? Oh my God. Oh my God. I remember when my son was about 2, I was speeding on the freeway. And I had my mother in the car. My mother didn't drive. It was just my mother, me, and my child. And at the time, my license wasn't right or something. They was about to tow my shit. They told me they'll give me one call, and if my uncle came and got my car, and they was gonna tow my shit. They was gonna leave my mother and my baby on the side of the freeway. And it was like 12 or 1 o'clock at night. And we were in another city. I was like, well, Kim, like when they told me they were going to tow the car, I was like, well, because they actually put me in the police car and everything, took me to the station and all that, fingerprinted me. I thought I was going to the big house, y'all. But, when they took the car, when they told me they were going to take the car, I was like, well, so you're going to let my mother and my baby get in the car? They was like, no. I said, Lord. So what happened is my son started crying and my mother started crying. And I guess the police officer had a soft heart. He let them get in the police car with me. He put flares around my car. He let me call my uncle and tell him where the car was. And luckily, they didn't tow my car. But they were about to leave my mother and baby on the side of the freeway because they wasn't going to let them get in the police car. I mean, they could have patted them down, patted my mother down, handcuffed her, handcuffed my baby too, just so they wouldn't leave them on the side of the freeway. But today, I'm there in this rinky-dink Bowling Green where my daughter goes. So I don't think I'm going to be going down there to visit her a lot. Or if so, I'm going to make sure all my shit is right because that shit was ridiculous. Think about what I said. The motorcycle guy, again, I'm going to say, no license, no insurance, no permit, and his sticker expired March 10th, 190. The drunk inbred that we needed an interpreter for, they let him pull his car after he blew, over the legal limit into a golf course so his shit wouldn't have to be towed. And we exaggerating stuff. If I could have filmed this, y'all, I wish I could have filmed, but you can't have your shit on in the courtroom. So I'm gonna get out of here. I hope this shit taped because this is like my fourth time. Every time it wasn't right. Y'all have a good day. Thanks for watching this little mini rant. Bye bye now.